Hello friends, welcome to our channel Sukoon FM English. Friends, if you are visit first time our channel, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon also. If you enjoy the story, please share the story and like button also press with the story and leave a best comment from you. Today we have listened to about episode number 60 of our story Secret Son-in-law Shadow King. Now let's begin the story. As the charity event, Samar made young master Ishan and his sister Ilishka apologize to Kiara and returned it with Kiara's to villa number 13 in Nepanya Palace. Kiara was tired. He massaged her and then both of them went to their respective rooms. Next morning, when Samar wake up, he sees that Kiara had already left for office. So he took it. Lee goes to the office. He was talking to Ira during lunchtime in office when Ankesh arrives there and proposes Ira, but she tells him that Summer is her boyfriend and hence she cannot accept his proposal. Akran shook his head in disbelief and said, Summer, you are just a ninja. You are an employee. How can a jerk like you be Ira's boyfriend? He knew that Ira was a self respected girl. She was not only beautiful, but her standard was also very high. She would never even look at a person like Summer, let alone making him her boyfriend. If Summer was a young master of the city or at least CEO of the company, Akran would have been sure that he could be Ira's boyfriend. By the way, Summer was dressed. It was clear that he was a regular employee. It was impossible for a gentle, rich, beautiful girl to be a lustful employee. Summer furrowed his eyebrows and said, I am actually Ira's boyfriend. Akran immediately reacted and said, I don't believe. What is this saying? Summer turned him back and asked, how can I convince you that I am Ira's boyfriend? Akran said with a cold laugh. To prove this, you both have to do it right now. You will have to do something. Okay, then will I believe what you both say? He knew that Ira she won't let anyone do except her boyfriend. Summer smiled and said, okay, but after this, never let me see you like this again. Summer decided to kiss Ira to get rid of Akran. He grabbed Ira's thin waist and placed his lips on red lips and gave a small kiss. It was sweet and very comfortable. Ira had not thought that Summer, he is so brave that he will kiss her in front of many people. This is his first kiss. Ira blushed and said in low voice, Stupid, let me go. Her face turned pale, her face turned red, and she became a little nervous. Her heart was breathing fast and pulse increasing 100 times. Summer smiled softly and taking a deep breath in, he said, Iraz in air. If I let go, Akan will not believe that I am your boyfriend. Ira, just close your eyes and enjoy it. Saying this, he placed lips on Ira's red lips and started kissing her. There was a feeling of sweetness in his tenderness initially. Ira wanted to push him away from her, but Summer held her tightly. So she also slowly started kissing Summer and got completely lost in his tender feeling. The people standing nearby could not believe their eyes. They were rubbing their eyes to see if they were dreaming. They could not believe that. The number one duty of the sales department is a boy with a toy. A girl pointed towards both of them and said a boy standing near her. What I am seeing? I am directly seeing that small thing. I am seeing a dream. The boy standing near him and said softly, Friend, you are not dreaming. This is actually happening. Everyone around them was horrified. They were all very sad. Iraj Agarwal. She was the top beauty of the industry. She was the crush of many peoples, and now the crush of all peoples was kissing a chick right in front of them. Everyone was jealous. It happens very spontaneously and naturally, and both of them were completely immersed in it. Samar separated from Ira and said smilingly happy. Ira, you are so sweet. Ira's body trembled upon hearing Samar words. Her face looked like a rose blooming from the window. He got agitated. He said with a shoulder, Speak softly. If not yours, then take care of my respect. Seeing them kissing, Akran's face changed and a look appeared in his eyes. Cold, light flashed. He had been calling Ira for 6 months. Forget about kissing her. He had not even been able to hold her hand. But today the same Isha killed the boy of the knife in front of his eyes. He was very angry with Ira and wanted to kill both of them. Akaran's eyes turned red with anger and he shouted loudly, Ira, you idiot! I have been calling you for 6 months, trying to convince you, but you never paid any attention to me till now. I thought you were an innocent and well behaved girl. I never thought you would turn out to be such a bad character and would kiss a girl in front of many people. His voice was filled with anger and abuse. Ira was trembling with anger after hearing Akran's criticize. Her beautiful face was filled with sadness. She had earlier thought that Akran was a gentleman. She had not thought that he would be so shameless and insult her in front of everyone. Hira's beautiful face turned cold and she said angrily, Akran, control your tongue. How did you even dare to abuse me? Akran shouted angrily and said, You bitch! You left me and did not stupid, helpless boy with me. No, no one can save you from me. I will make you mine. Very soon I will take you to my colony. All his words were extremely rude. Hearing that, Akran was insulting not only her but him as well. Samar got angry. A cold light flashed in his eyes. He angrily said to Akran, Watch your tongue when you speak. Akran's face turned dark. He said in threatening tone, I am the director of security department. My father is a vice president. How could a fool like you dare to go against me? I guess you don't want to work here anymore. Hearing her threaten an insult, Summer suddenly turned towards Ira and apologized. Ira, I am very sorry. Please forgive me. This is all my fault. Hearing this, Ira's face filled with confusion. She asked confusedly, Why are you apologized to me? Summer said with a frown, It is because of my mistake that you have been insulted so much. I should have understood earlier that he is a stubborn person. He will not understand by words. I should have told him earlier. There was an expression of regret on his face. Hira started laughing at Summer words. Everyone around them was also laughing, but Summer was so smart. With just words he had slapped Akran head on face. Akran also instinctively understood that what he was saying. He suddenly became very angry because he was being compared to be a ghost. He turned to Summer and said, Summer, I think you don't love your life that you are thinking of for expecting me. Summer smiled softly and looking into Akran's eyes said, Akran, I am requesting you. Please go away from here quickly. Otherwise, don't blame me for whatever happens here. There was such a scaredness in his words that it completely shocked the people around him. A powerful aura was coming out of Samar's body, feeling which Akran's got a little stunned. Akran's face twisted. He was almost overcome with anger at Samar's words. He understood that he would not be able to match Samar's tongue, since he could not win with words. He decided to fight and said in anger, "Now no one can save you from me." Akran raised his hand in anger and moved forward to deliver a powerful punch to Samar's head. Ira's face changed and she said, "Be careful, Samar." At this time, Ira was very worried. She knew that Akran was the director of the security department and a level 1 stage 3 fighter of martial art. She was very worried about that Samar would be get hurt. But Ira and the crowd were astonished when they saw that the sky was moving without any movement. He was standing at his place in his hand behind. He did not care about this strong punch of Akran. It seems as if nothing had happened. Summer laughed out loud and said, "Since you want to marry, I will fulfill your wish. I will complete it." Saying this, he suddenly raised his right leg with lightning speed and gave a strong kick in Akran's stomach. Akran immediately jumped and fell on the ground. He felt pain in his whole body and he was not able to move even a single body part. One kick and Akran's disappeared. Ira covered her red lips with her hands. Her beautiful face filled with shock. Akran was the most powerful martial art fighter in the security department of Agarwal industry. He lost in one kick. He was so powerful. All the people around them also had their mouths open and were looking at the group in surprise. They also were shocked to see Samar's strength. Seeing Akran's pitiful look, Ira's expression changed. She softly told Samar, "Samar, let's go from here." And holding Samar's hand, and she quickly walked out of the cafe. She knew that Akran's father was the vice president of the company and he was very protective of his son. Samar was just an ordinary employee in the sales department and she was afraid that Samar would be able to bear the vice president anger. Samar then both leaving. Akran stood up with difficulty, wiping the blood from the corner of his mouth. He said to in "You bastard, Techi, you killed me. Now see how I make your life miserable." Samar furrowed his eyebrows and asked in surprise, "Hira, why are you pulling away like that? We don't have to run away from this." Hira's beautiful eyebrows furrowed and she said worriedly, "Samar, do you know who is Akran is?" Samar, a little surprised, said, "Yes, he is the director of the security department." Hira looked him straight in his eyes and said, "I am not worried about the director of the security department. After all, I am also the director of the sales department. I can help you stop him, but I am worried about his father, who is the vice president of the company." Summer made a face and said with a smile, "So what if he is the vice president? It is not a big deal. You also don't worry." While saying this, he thought to himself, "Okay, so your father is the vice president of the company. This is why you are being so proud. My wife is the CEO of the company, so I should be more proud than you." Then Ira said in panic, "Summer, it is my mistake. I have put you in trouble. Please forgive me." Rumors was clearly visible on Ira's beautiful face. If she had known earlier, she would have. Summer does not make a shield. If Summer is fired from the job by the company, he will regret it all his life. Summer smiled softly and without any hesitation said, Hira, you are my girlfriend. I love you very much. How can I let the bastards Akran to misbehaved with you? Hearing these words, Ira's face turned red. She became very sad in her heart. To drive Akran's way, she had said that she is Samar's girlfriend. Did this boy actually accept her as a girlfriend? Although Ira did not feel angry when Samar told that he was her boyfriend, she did feel like little ashamed, as if deep down in her heart, she really wanted to be his girlfriend. Ira's beautiful face turned red. She thought to herself, "What if I fall in love with Samar? Isn't it done?" She did not know if she had a crush on Samar or if she liked him. In short, it was a sweet feeling. But then she saw that Akran was coming towards them. Hira passed her hands in her heart and said in a low voice, Sir, listen to me. You should leave from here today. Go take a day off. Samar smiled confidently and said, Hira, don't worry. No one can out me from Agarwal industry. Although he was full of confidence, he was very still worried. After all, he did not know about the relationship between Samar and Kiara. Then Samar worried his hand and said to Ira, Okay, Ira, I am going to my desk. And he returned to his desk in the sales department. As for Akran, he did not care. In his eyes, Akran was like an aunt, which he would never see again. When Samar finally arrived in the sales department, he found that people were behaved strangely. They all are started running away from him as soon as they saw him. The people from the sales department used to meet Samar first and he then would come to them. He used to ask about his well-being. Samar rolled his eyes and thought to himself, Am I that stupid? He was speechless. The point was not to be avoid Samar, but the point was that he had beaten Akran. People in the sales department knew Akran very well. He was the vice president's personal secretary. They all knew that Samar would be fired from his job for beating Akran. People in that department did not want to leave the job along with Samar, so naturally they were getting away from him. Sat there is the whole afternoon, bored. No one spoke to him. He was happy to be free. He wanted to talk to Prachi, but she was not there the whole day. She had gone out to meet a client, which made him even more bored. Of course, Akran went back to the security room, made a report card, and gave it straight to the CEO Kiara. In that report, Akran accused Samar of beating him and requesting to fire Samar. However, Kiara denied doing anything like that. Samar glanced at his watch. It was exactly 6 p.m. He muttered, Time to get out. After sorting through the poor report form, he walked out the sales department waving his hand. Seeing Samar leaving so casually, the people of the sales department were shocked and everyone felt that he had a hallucinations after this morning. Even after beating Akran, Samar was not fired from the job. Seeing all this, everyone felt that he should have left without any reason. When Samar came out of the building, it started raining outside. When he came to the office in the morning, it was cloudy outside. But unexpectedly, it started raining now and it was raining very heavily. But Samar did not care about this rain. He had to do what he wanted to do. He took out his phone and dialed young Master Gaurav's number. As soon as the young Master Gaurav attended the call, Samar comes straight to the point and asked him, Young Master Gaurav, are you free tonight? Who? And asked Gaurav, a little surprised. Samar replied, Yes, you did not save my number, did you? Gaurav replied to him, No, no, it is not like that. I have saved your number yesterday, but I did not expect that you would call me today. Summer said spontaneously. Okay, now do one thing. Come to me quickly. I will treat you today. He had promised young Master Gaurav that he would treat him. Gaurav happily replied to his comment, Yes. I am the Code Club at Mering Road. Young Master Gaurav gave his address. His voice full of enthusiasm. He was 20 years old. Summer replied, Wait for me, I am coming very soon. After that, he hung up the phone. As soon as he hung up, the stopped a taxi and headed towards Court Club. Court Club was situated on the ring road and was a luxurious club. Expenses of Aam Admi Club, I could not lift the vehicle. He registered near the lamp in the rain and reached unit 1 of the third floor. Young master Goro was standing on the wall waiting for him. The whole body was drenched. Seeing this, an expression of surprise was visible on his face. Young Master Goro asked, Samar, how did you get wet? Don't you have an umbrella? Samar smiled knowingly and said, No, I did not have an umbrella. Leave these things aside. It was necessary to treat you. So even if I get a little wet, it doesn't matter. Hearing Samar words, young Master Gaurav's eyes, along with gratitude, even since young Master Gaurav was diagnosed with short syndrome. Neither his father nor his mother known he liked them. People around him laughed at him. Even his relative and friends looked down upon him. No one treated young Master Gaurav well since childhood. Although he was the eldest son of the rich family, he never felt any king of resentments. His heart was cold as a bird. Now, when Summer did not care about the rain to treat him and come to him soaking wet, this thing touched his heart and his nose started burning. It started happening and tears come to his eyes. Seeing young Master go crying, a confused look come on Summer's face and said, Young Master Gaurav, why are you crying? Young Master Gaurav touched his pinched nose and said with determination, Mr. I, young Master Gaurav, I swear that I will never leave you. From today onwards, you are my elder brother, and I will always serve you like a younger brother. Hearing his words, Samar smiled and putting his hand on Gaurav's shoulder. He asked, Gaurav, bro, we will talk about these things later. First, you tell me what happened. Why did you get this disease? How did it happen? It was important for him to know why he is sick so that he could treat it. Gaurav replied to her, About 20 years ago, my mother got pregnant before marriage. After that time, my father was trying to set up his business. So, to avoid any problems, my mother shifted to her parents' home in Kashmir to give birth to me. When back to his village, the conditions there were very bad. The day I was born, I saw snowing and the temperature outside was below 0 degrees Celsius. It was cold and muddy. My mother did not have blankets when I was born, so I got frostbite. Talking about these incidents, Gaurav became really sad. After listening to Gaurav's entire story, Samar understood that when he was born, the cold air attacked his body, damaging his kidney and suffered frostbite, which made him cold in nature. So Samar looked into Gaurav's eyes and said, now I understand. The cold air had entered your body, so your kidney are getting damaged due to lack of vision. Your hormones get grown. Gaurav had a confused look on his face like a curious child. He asked confused, what is the problem with kidney failure? Samar said and smiled. There may be deficiency of nin and yang in the kidney. The deficiency of nin in the kidney occurs when your back and knees are weak. There is a weakness in both your legs. There will be no strength. There will be not enough kidney functions. There will be problems of impotence. Your there are classic cases of deficiency of N2O in your kidney too. After listening to Samar, Gaurav eyes opened. This was the first time he heard that there might be a deficiency in the kidney of young. But Samar explained for the lack of vision in the kidney pleased Gaurav. Since the doctor was talking about the symptoms of his illness, he could also treat it. Then Samar took out 9 needles and said loudly, Gaurav, take off your shirts. I want to give you acupuncture. Gaurav's face turned red and he said with embarrassment, this is not right. I am ashamed. It takes time to take off shirt in front of someone. Samar laughed and he said jokingly, do it quickly. I don't like any of the boys. Not interested. He did not know how to respond. Finally, Gaurav reluctantly took off his clothes. Samar knows that Gaurav's kidney were not flowing because of some blockage, and that was why he was born was erectile dysfunctions. What he did with lightning speed, and he pierced his needle into his 9 kidney of the body, the life-giving point as well as 6 other points. All the 9 points were connected to the kidney, and they were all the placed where the kidney's blood passes through. After 15 minutes, the body has drained out all the cold chi from Gaurav's kidney. Chi now flow from his kidney into his entire body. Samar took out of his needle and asked in thus, it's done. How do you feel it? I am feeling very good, replied Govind softly. He felt very good. There was warm freeze passed through his whole body, and his whole body was warm. Realizing this energy, Gaurav said excitedly, ah, I have got a different experience today. I am feeling angry. Seeing Gaurav's excited, Samar frowned and scolded him, saying, shut up and wear your clothes quickly, otherwise you might catch cold again. Gaurav wore his clothes and said seriously, thank you, Samar brother. From today, this Gaurav is your slave. Samar treated him and helped him become a man again. Of course, he was grateful to Samar. If necessary, he would even give up his life for the society. Having an erectile dysfunction was very painful and everyone make fun of pulling like a car. This would be worst punishment for a man. But in the CEO's Kiara office, another story was released. What will happen in the Kiara's office? Stay tuned with Sukoon FM English. Dear friends, if you enjoy the story, please share the story with your friends and like the story also.